with our mighty team. Heroes we become, living out the dream. Roll the dice, feel the thrill, monsters we will overthrow. Questing with friends in the RPG show.
Tabletop role-playing game bundles, sales, freebies, and did I mention bundles? I don't know. I think I did. It's Monday. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's cold and gloomy here at Site B. How are you all doing this morning? I am your favorite idiot, the OG GM, and it's time to take a look at all the bundles and sales and PDF thingies that are available this week. Thank you, as always, EN World, for providing the links. First off, the freebies available from Drive-Thru and DM's Guild. We have, we've got something love for Call of Cthulhu. Aconite Books and Edge Studios has released a novella called Grave Rumors for the upcoming Arkham Horror role-playing game. This 100-page book from S.A. Sidor and A.P. Klosky is about the Arkham Advisors reporter Minnie Klein investigating vandalism at a graveyard with a history of strange disturbances. Hopefully, Minnie's doing that during the daylight and not at night. Interesting way to draw attention to your product, Edge Studios, with a book. Arkham Horror, the role-playing game, of course, based upon Arkham Horror, the incredibly expensive board game, which, of course, is based upon the writings of Mr. Lovecraft and takes place in the fantastical multiverse of the Arkham Call of Cthulhu media empire. Speaking of books, we've got another one. Acolyte Books has released a short story for the Legend of the Five Rings universe called Kasami and Kitsu Method by Josh Reynolds as part of the Daijo Shin Mystery Series. So I don't know what that means, but it's a book that takes place in the world of Legends of the Five Rings. You know, I met the guy who created the Legends of the Five Rings role-playing game, card game, years ago at a store, right? Played LO5R with him and beat him. China German and Monte Cook Games released a new supplement for Old Gods, the Appalachians, called Special Delivery, featuring new crates, new character options, adventure ideas, artifacts, and more. Old Gods, the Appalachia, American Gods sort of thingy. I did reach out to somebody who owned the game and asked my question, and they said there was no mention of Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, or Dollyworld anywhere in the Old Gods of the Appalachians books, when I'm just like, wow, it just seems like a no-brainer to include the many tourist traps, roadside attractions, and just bizarre things that are sort of in that part of the United States. But I guess that's just me. I have this weird fascination with Gatlinburg, Pigeonford, Dollywood ever since I found out about Gatlinburg and Pigeonford. And you just watch videos about this place, and I don't know, instinctively my brain goes to, how did this all begin? Handiwork Games releases a horror adventure called Splinter One as part of the new 5e horror line Fievel, as a one-shot and preview for the new system. This is a freebie. Fievel? Five Evil. Fievel. Do you guys know that the name of the mouse in American Story, the animated cartoon by Bluth Animation, was also Fievel? Five Evil. Fievel. Does 5th edition need rules to convert it to horror, or is this just one of those backwards thinking episodes, like the people who said that we needed a 5e version of something called Cyberpunk after they watched Edge Runners on Netflix without realizing, oh wait, the Edge Runners on Netflix was actually based upon Cyberpunk, the role-playing game written by Mike Poundsmith. So are these just another one of hey, let's write a horror adventure for 5e that's inspired by instead of realizing, wait, there already are a plethora of horror role-playing games out there. I would, I don't know if anybody's ever made like a list. I have one in my head, but I don't think that counts. I don't know if anybody's ever made a list of like which genre has the most, other than, I mean, obviously fantasy is number one. And it's pretty safe to say sci-fi is number two, but I think horror, and the amount of horror role-playing games that are out there, definitely right in the top five, right? So why try and square peg round hole 5e to turn it into a horror game and just not just support an already existing horror game? I don't know. Horror, especially since horror goes against the basic premise of 5e. Again, that's just me. Red Board Games has released Vault of the Sapphire Key for a party of 4 level characters, level 1 and 2. 4 level characters, level 1 and 2. For our friend Kelsey Dion Shadowdark. And it deals with a long-lost vault that has been found, though none have returned from it. Well, then how do you know if it's been found if nobody's ever come back from it? Ah, yes, the dungeon that no one's ever heard of and no one knows where it is, yet everybody knows about it. How do you know no one's ever come back from it if no one's ever come back from it? Maybe they came back from it and just went a different direction. Wuxin Software has released Without Judgment, a new rule system set in a near-future cyberpunk meta-city full of murder, mystery, corruption, and vengeance based on the upcoming video game of the same title, Mega Cities, and a source book called Mega Cities. Oh no, I'm sorry. The name of the upcoming video game is Without Judgment, and the source book is called Mega Cities. So they've got Without Judgment as a system, and source book is Mega Cities, because that's what we need, is another cyberpunk game in the 2024, 2025. At this point, is cyberpunk just another nostalgia genre? Dark Jewels Games has released a high-concept new game called Monkey Business, where you take on the role of a gang of enchanted monkeys trapped in a dangerous location, but have the ability to grant themselves wishes. Grant themselves give wishes. Who have the ability to grant themselves give wishes. Enchanted monkeys trapped in a dangerous location, but who have the ability to grant themselves wishes. So are you saying that the monkey can grant wishes, but not to themselves? Which I think is what you're trying to say. So it's, thinking the meta thought through the circle of, well, if monkey 1 wishes something to happen, monkey 2 to monkey 2, knowing that monkey 1 can't wish that thing to happen to themselves, but they can have it wish it to monkey 2, and then monkey 2 in return can wish the same thing back to monkey number 1. So by the end of the cycle, both monkey 1 and monkey 2 are taking advantage of the wish, depending upon how monkey 1 and how monkey 2 phrase the wishes. And then the more monkeys you have in the circle, the more steps in, well, what did I hear? And what, so kind of like post office, I guess, but with wishes. And it sounds like it would make a really good party card game of, can we all get the wishes working in the same way so we can all break each other out? But did monkey 1's player hear what monkey 3's player said actually correctly, or is it's post office? I could be totally wrong, but that's the way it works in my head based upon what I've read. And if that's true, it sounds like it would be a fun party game. I don't know if it'd be a fun role-playing game, but there's a potential there. Over at DM's Guild, we have some spooky season themed adventures. We've got The Haunting of Winterburn Hall by David, Sarah, Leon, and Phoenix. It's a 6-level party adventure where you're invited to a spooky place for a dinner party, and then things happen. So a bunch of people show up at dinner parties. It's 10 Little Indians. Slouch Mousetrap Clue. Lightning round this week features 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 new adventure type settings. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new classes and subclasses that are still official, canon, hardback, Wizards of the Coast approved, official, canon, click, 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 5e things that you could technically use at a 5e game. Not a 6e game, because I don't care what anybody else says. It's a new system. It's a new edition. Crawford said so. Moving on to sales, EN Publishing has a bundle for Level Up Advanced 5th Edition. It's called the Level Up Bundle, featuring everything that they've written so far for the Level Up 5th Edition for just $25. And that ends the first day of October. Thank you, EN World, as always, for providing the links that I use every week to do these. I've had nothing but good things to say about Level Up 5e, and I hold it in the high regard that it is in the pro wrestling tabletop role-playing game world. Level Up 5e is my Chad Gable, my people's champion, my mid-card belt holder. It will always do an amazing job, but is it ever going to be hosting, mainlining WrestleMania? Probably not. Speaking of Level Up 5e, we have a bundle of adventures also for $13. Looks like we've got 5, 7, at least 10 adventures, if not more, in this. So it's a bunch of adventures that have both been written by EN and for people who support EN. And that is also ending October 1st, $13. We've got a Chaosium sale. This is called the Chaosium Leatherette sale, with discounts on the high-quality Fox leather hardcover for titles from Call of Cthulhu. So this is one of those rare occasions where this is a physical product and not a PDF. So this is a bunch of Chaosium games that have been released using the high-quality FAU leather hardcover with the gold embossed and the alternate art and the high-quality stock paper. 50% off. So, yeah, if normally you'd be paying, $99.99, it'd be $55.55 or whatever. Sales ends at the end of the year or whenever they run out of stock. So if you've always wanted that beautiful deluxe leather version of Call of Cthulhu, RuneQuest, 7th Sea, what have you, you can get it. I'm not sure if Pendragon is included in that. It just lists their games, but Pendragon and, of course, Superworld. But I don't think they acknowledge that they make it Superworld anymore, do they? Does Chaosium still acknowledge Superworld? I don't think so. I mean, does anybody even remember Superworld other than me? Dungeon Masters Guild has a setting sale. They do this, both Dungeon Masters Guild and Drive-Thru, which are basically the same site, do this all the time. They just not always remember to tell people that they're doing this, but every week they do a different themed sale. And this week's theme is September setting sale. Okay, I'm going to take a look to see what what they think its September setting is. Hottest September setting sale week 3 this week is, I guess, vaguely spooky. Got Chains of Asmodeus, which, as you know, has received amazing reviews. Happy Jack's Funhouse, The Madhouse of Tasha's Kiss, Call from the Deep, and then some other ones. So this one doesn't really seem to have a theme other than it's a sale. Maybe the sale is when these were all listed the first time. They were all listed in September. You got 3 that are definitely vaguely spooky, and the rest are just sort of filler splat models, like, Monster Manual Expanded, number 27. But yeah, they do this all the time. If you regularly visit DM's Guild or drive through, you will see the weekly sale, 25% off, usually built around a theme of some kind, like Cyberpunk. They've done Old West, they've done maps. Suno RPG is celebrating her birthday, and fans of Monster of the Week are the ones with the present, and with a Monster of the Week Mysteries bundle. 4 adventures set in the world of Monsters of the Week, which is powered by the Apocalypse role-playing game, for $5. RPG Forge has a collection of cyberpunk VTT maps, including a Zeppelin. Zeppelin would be steampunk, not cyberpunk. A bar, 2 transport vehicles, and a gate for secure corporate site for $4. So some maps for your VTT. Remember, when downloading something like this or uploading it to your VTT of choice, to double, triple, quadruple check them for viruses and fun stuff like that, because those things are still out there. And finally, the charity bundles, as always, in regards to the charities. If there's a charity you want to support, but you don't really need 500 copies of solo play journaling role-playing games, you can always just give the money directly to the charity and skip the bundle. DriveThru has put together 2 charity bundles for Roll20Con. The first bundle features a whole bunch of cyberpunk-themed adventures, or things that somehow vaguely attach to cyberpunk, but I don't know why Doctor Who is in there. But okay, these bundles were running $25, and they go to support Doctors Without Borders. I don't know what Roll20Con is. Are they really doing a convention based upon the VTT Roll20? Owen K.C. Steffens is confirmed. He is cancer-free. Congratulations, Owen. But he still has to deal with the unbelievably burdening bills that his medical expenses have acquired. And going forward, the checkups and the PEP scans and all the other things he's going to have to go through for the rest of his life to make sure the cancer doesn't come back. So this is a $30 bundle. It goes to support Owen's medical expensive, and it has about 150 different products from various game companies who all appreciate Mr. Owen. So congratulations, Owen. Itch.io has a huge bundle called Accessible Gaming Charity Bundle, hosted by Just the Human. The bundle features $900 worth of tabletop role-playing products and 300 titles from 130 creators, including Glitter Hearts, 5U Mission, and the Mystery Business. So many others. So this is $10. It goes to support the Dots RPG project. And it's 135 creators. So are you saying the 135 creators are all people who have dealt with accessibility or special needs? Are you saying the adventures are about accessible gaming, or are you just saying that we want to support an organization that supports accessible gaming? Whatever. Over at Bundle of Holding, the Root collection is continuing. I am Root. This is everything you need to role play in the world of Root, the board game. $15 direct relief, means 10% of it goes to whatever charity you want. Over at Humble Bumble, Paizo has a Bundle of the Dead for 2nd edition Pathfinder. This is one of the first bundles for 2nd edition Pathfinder we've seen. And it contains a whole bunch of bloody horror, spooky type things, all set in the Paizo's Pathfinder 2nd edition, including the Bloodlord's Adventure Path. $50 is the most popular pledge. That gets you all the VTT files and a physical copy of the book. But if you want everything but the VTT and physical copy, $35. This goes to support the Take This charity. There's a Warhammer 40K bundle from Crucible 7, because there's always a Warhammer 40K bundle of some kind. This one is $25. It goes to support children's hospitals. And it looks like there's about 41 Warhammer 40K products in this one. None of them, of course, being miniatures. You didn't get any miniatures. I didn't say one. Never get miniatures. We've got also and that goes to support Charles & Self Library for $25. Yes. We also have a Black Library bundle. These are going to be a bunch of books and role-playing games set in the Warhammer 40K Black Library books. $18 gets you all the books in the series. This goes to support keeping libraries open. Should be able to read these on any type of e-reader. Doesn't say you need any special software or anything, so that's good. As we know, we always talk about the Black Library being one of the most productive third-party author companies that I'm aware of. I mean, there's at least always 5 Black Library books every week. I don't know where you see these Black Library books other than the Games Workshop, but God, they do make a lot. Renegades Game Studios and Humble Bumble have created a Transformers More Than Meets the Eye role-playing game bundle to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Transformers. This includes everything that Renegades has made for their Transformers D20 role-playing game. It's $18. It goes to support the World Builders charity. We've got the Lost Worlds of Gygax bundle from Frog God Games and Troll Lords. This contains a whole bunch of Gary Gygax products that he made for Castles and Crusades, D&D, and stuff like that after the get out of TSR years. So a lot of the third-party independent stuff Gygax made, including some of his best stuff, all available in a bundle, $25. This goes to support veterans charities. And the book bundle is going on still with the Terry Pratchett Discworld bundle, featuring 39 of the 41 books set in the Discworld series. This is another support to keep libraries open. $18 gets you about 41 books, but you do need a Kobo account as well. That is the only DRM that it will run on, and a lot of people have said that Kobo doesn't work very well, and it's only available in the United States. Wow. $18 to get a bunch of PDFs that you can only open through one software that doesn't really work that great, and only if you live in America. This is definitely one of the ones where I'd be like, yeah, I'm really curious, but that seems to be a lot of steps where I could just give the money directly to my library and to help them keep open, and just go check out the Discworld books from the library, because that's a still thing we can still do. Anyways, that is all the tabletop role-playing game bundles, sales, and freebies that are available this week. Links in the description for the ones that I think are worth your time. If you have a tabletop role-playing game product that I didn't mention that you want me to shout out, just DM me the information or contact me through the Twitter or whatever, and I'll give you a shout out or post links or whatever. Let's support all our independent small company role-playing game friends out there, as Wizards of the Coast continues to try and gobble up the entire tabletop role-playing game community, which of course will never happen, but it's what they want. Till next time, I'm the OGGM. Stay safe out there. It looks like we're getting into cold, gloomy, wintry weather season. I'll see ya. I don't know why I'm doing radio voice, but okay.
News from the table. Dice in our hand, we're the dungeon's brave. Adventures tonight with our mighty team.